Hello everyone. Today we will discuss a poem written by Maya Angelou. I know why the caged bird sings. She was an African American woman. In this poem, she compares the life of a free bird to the life of a caged bird. So, the first stanza of the poem, a free bird leaps on the wind and float downstream. In this stanza, the poet is saying that how the free bird feels. This stanza is full of a liberty, freedom of a bird. How a free bird feels when he is in the air. The poem opens with reference to the plight of a free bird who springs free from the ground to fly in the guidance of the air, as if the air and the sky is its home. The words leaps on the back of the wind and floats downstream capture the ease of movement which freedom brings along. Now, till the current ends and dips his wing in the orange sun rays and dares to claim the sky. Now, in this stanza, the poet is showing the movement of the bird in the sky. It looks as if the bird has submerged in the orange color if the sun covering the sky. The bird glides in the atmosphere freely and enjoying his freedom, gliding into the sky. Now, second stanza. But a bird that stalks down his narrow cage can seldom see through his bars of rage. Now, in this stanza, the poet is saying that there is a difference in the situation of free bird and the caged bird, how a free bird feels and how the caged bird feels. There is a contrast in the plight of the caged bird and that of a free bird, where the free bird is enjoying its freedom and liberty and gliding into the mountains and sky, and the caged bird is not enjoying its freedom. Perhaps it is not free, it is in the cage. The wings of the bird are bound. The free bird, which glides and strides in the open sky, is juxtaposed against the caged bird. Here, the caged bird is suffering because she can't glide in the sky. She is not enjoying its freedom. So, it is not happy with its situation. It has the freedom to move about wherever it desires. It is free, but the caged bird is not free. It can't roam here and there freely. So, in the next line, the caged bird sings with a fearful trill of things unknown. Means the caged bird is very fearful because it is under the shackles of bars and it is not free to do anything it likes. That's why it's not happy with its surroundings and environment and its situations. It quavers while singing of the things alone. The bird knows nothing about the freedom. He don't know what the freedom is because it is behind the bars, but longs for its existence because it is the basic requirement. He don't know the things. That's why the poet is saying the things unknown. Next lines, and his tune is heard on the distant hill, for the caged bird sings of freedom. The cry for freedom of the bird is heard in distant places. The poem describes the opposing experience of the caged bird and the free bird. The caged bird could do to attain the liberation by raising its voice against the injustice. And this idea is particularly reminds of the time when Maya Angelou with Martin Luther King Jr. was an active participant in the civil rights movement. This poem is a type of autobiography where the poet is explaining uh, her situation of that time by comparing it to the caged bird. Next lines, fourth stanza. The free bird thinks of another breeze, and the trade winds soft through the sighing trees. These lines goes back to the movement of the free bird, unrestricted movement of the free bird. This shows that how one's surrounding play an important part in shaping one's aspirations. If a person is free to do anything, that he can think of anything, he can do anything, but a caged bird can't because he is behind the bars, he is caged. And the imagery captures the delight of a free bird. The stanza, the lines in the first and second stanza, the imaginary beautifully captures the delight of a free bird, how a free bird feels. The idea of ease and abundance is predominant here. Next lines. And the fat forms waiting on a dawn bright lawn, and he names the sky his own. In these lines, we find that the independent bird is exposed to the abundance of nature. It can fly freely, satisfy its hunger on fat worms. Means he can eat fat worms because it's free. He can go anywhere, eat anything. Okay. The birds like dawn, bright lawn, sky means the bird is free to go anywhere. He can go in dawn, he can go to the bright lawn, he can go roam in the sky. The bird is so free that he thinks that all sky is its home. Fifth stanza. But a caged bird stands on the grave of dreams, and his shadow shouts on a nightmare scream. But he says that the caged bird stands on the grave of dreams means he can't fulfill his dreams. That's why he has made the grave of his dreams because he can't move freely. And his shadow shouts on a nightmare scream means the imagery of death and suffering is depicted in these lines. Nightmare scream means the scream resulting from the frustration of the bird. Okay. His wings are clipped and his feet are tied, so he opens his throat to sing. This reminds us of the condition of the caged bird in the former lines. Angelou paints a vital portrait of oppression in which she illuminates the privilege of the uncompressed and conveys the event of suffering and emotional strength. His wings are clipped and his feet are tied means his wings are bound, his feet are also tied because he is in the cage. So what can he do? He can only open his throat to sing. Means he can only express his grief over his condition. Sixth stanza. Now, in the last stanza, she says that although the bird is in the cage, he is not free, he can't do whatever he likes. That's why he can only open his mouth to sing. Okay, now uh, one important thing you should remember in this poem is that there is a sharp contrast between the situation of a caged bird and that of a free bird. How a caged bird feels and how a free bird feels. So, what frustrations and what feelings are of a caged bird? Okay, this is the main point of the poem. So, keep learning, keep enjoying. Bye.